Hi, this is Hal Mumme, head football coach at New Mexico State University. We're building a great football program here in the Western Athletic Conference, and the air raid offense is a big part of our program. This skills and practice tape, I hope, will help you in some form or fashion, no matter what kind of offense you run. I think there's some basic things that we do in our practices that are really conducive to making better offenses. The first thing we do every single day on the field is the noose and settle drill. We do this in place of stretching. We don't spend any time stretching. Once we hit the practice field, we do this drill. We do it 1/4 speed, and we're accomplishing several things with this drill. First of all, our quarterback center exchanges are accomplished. Our quarterback's working on a line, so his footwork drills come into play here. And our receivers are working on settling between zone defenses, as you see in this shot from a game against the University of Hawaii. Really nice job of the quarterback throwing the ball just as you saw in the drills, below the numbers, keeping the ball low in zone defense, and the receiver catching the ball, tucking it away, and turning straight up the field. Here's a behind the shot of it. Our quarterback here throwing the ball again, keeping it below the shoulder level, working on his footwork, as you see right here in the game action, and a good gain for the Aggies. The next thing we do every single day is the pat and go. And the first drill, the noose and settle up, was done at 1/4 speed. We do pat and go between half speed and full speed, and we do about 7 or 8 minutes of this every single day. Just a simple throw and catch over the shoulder. It's a very simple drill, and but I think one that I think a lot of people don't take advantage of. And here you see the longest pass play in Aggie football history because of that. I think catching the ball over the shoulder for receivers is extremely important, and it's really just about reps. And again, as I said before, we do these two warm-up drills in lieu of stretching, which adds to the number of reps we have in catching the football, and in this case over the shoulder. We do it with all of our skill guys. Here you see a running back coming out of the backfield, catching the ball over his shoulder. And we make all of our guys who handle the football do this drill every single day right after they do noose and settle. A major part of football is the one-on-one, winning that contest, particularly in blocking. So this is a huge drill for us. We do it every single day. It's pretty much full speed to the whistle. We try to stay up high and not take people down. But we video it every day, and our offensive line coach works with our O-line in correcting their techniques and staying square, hands up, sitting down on the chair as you near the end of the block. And here you have some game action of the same thing. And the quarterback getting, of course, the great play here because of great blocking. Here's our left tackle working on his stance, set, hands up, feet moving, trying to stay as square as possible, finishes square, and a great play. Now here you see it in game action, actually has a takedown at the end of the play, but we have a great play because of the one-on-one pass pro drill and the noose and settle up drill right there that you saw out of the receiver. At the same time the O-line's doing those drills, our quarterbacks and receivers are working against DBs one-on-one. And here you'll see one of our split ends working on a slant route and working the defender, making the move, getting it on video, working it, and then it translates to the game right here. and exact same situation, and we get a touchdown out of it. We've got several shots of this drill here. You'll see our flanker working on an out cut. We try to take each of our routes and work them against man in this drill, and then later on we'll show you how we work it against zone. Here's a deep crossing route to an inside receiver. Here's a vertical route to an inside receiver. And again, a lot of times you win the drill pretty well, as you saw in those things. Sometimes you don't win it as well, but the fact that you work on it and take the reps at it is really important. Here it translates to a touchdown for the Aggies. The run game, while we're not really known for the run's real important to us, and the zone play is really one of our best run plays, and here's how we work on it. We do an inside run drill that's a little bit different than most people's. You'll see this right here. We're working on 2/3 of the field. We block off one hash mark, run the zone play, everything's live. You'll notice the safety was on a knee to begin with. I think many times coaches turn this run drill, this inside run period, into a smash mouth and herd ball type drill, and the safeties really don't get the kind of work that they need, and the backs don't get used to seeing safeties coming down to make the tackles, as you see right here. So we set this drill up where the safeties take a knee and they get up on the snap of the ball, and then that puts them in the open field to make the last play. Here you see some game shots of it. It's important to us, and we work hard at our zone run play right here, and I think taking the time to do this drill for about 10 minutes a week is really important to our offense. Routes on air is where we work on all of our routes versus zone coverage. We use large stand-up dummies. When I was a high school coach in Texas, we used folding chairs. It doesn't really matter, but you're going to put the dummies in position to be where the defenders would be when they drop in zone coverage. And then the players run the route, and as you'll notice, we have 5 quarterbacks throwing 5 balls, and they should come out in the sequence that is the progression of the play. If your curl route's the first read, then that should be the first ball thrown. Now here we see zone coverage and how it translates in a game. Here's the curl route being caught against zone coverage. We do this drill every single day for about 10 minutes. Throwing 5 balls, you're in about 10 minutes you're going to get about 50 balls thrown. So it gives a tremendous amount of reps for your receivers. And here you see it translated. The curl route you just saw in the drill translates in the game. After that drill, then we go to pass scale, where we work on zone coverage and man coverage. This is where we mix it up and get a little more into game type situations. But as you'll notice right here where you see it against a zone type thing, it's a crossing route. Now you'll see the same play. We get in the game and we have it against man. But we've worked this crossing route both ways, both in the one-on-one drill and in the pass scale drill, so the receiver's not surprised by any coverage that he gets in a game situation. Here you see another crossing route, this time in a man situation, and this is you'll notice here where we're going to do the same thing in a game and hit the dig route there. This is the next to last drill of the day, every day for us, right before we go to team offense. Here you see another crossing route, quick throw against a zone look. Several of our main staple pass plays right here, and then we'll show you the same thing in action. We have a curl situation right there and a flat route right here. But again, our quarterbacks have seen the ball in different parts of the field against the whole coverage, and now you'll see the same situation in the game. We like running that pass scale drill. We'll work on one end of the field on one day, and we'll work on going the opposite end of the field the next day. But our quarterback is able to see the pass scale in all those situations. Now we go to team offense. This is the last drill we do every day. Our scout team simulates the opponent for that week. We go through all of our plays on the entire part of the field. You notice the first play was a coming off play where we're working coming off the goal line. Here we've got kind of a backed up situation where we're working that on our end of the field. And we've got plays that we script for those ends of the field, And that way the quarterback, again, is not surprised. He knows what plays are coming, no matter where the ball is located on the field. Here you see us in more of a going-in situation just before you get to the red zone. And we're running the plays. We insist that our ball carriers score on every play in practice, and it really helps them in the game in terms of knowing where the goal line is. It sounds like a simple thing, but it's something I think you have to work on. You'll notice our guys are going to go to the end zone on every play. Here you have almost the exact same situation after it's worked on in practice. Our young receiver taking the ball to the end zone in the same situation in a game. Here again we have a kind of an open field look and a throw down the middle of the tight end that's being worked on. Now you have the same situation in a game, and you complete the pass and you get the score. I really think the repetition of the way we line things up in practice is important to us being a very successful offense. Here you have a red zone situation. We're working on that. Here more of a coming off situation and audible type plays for the quarterback. And you're going to see the same thing in the game action now. Defense lines up correctly, audible to the right play, and take advantage of a misalignment by the defense. But these things don't happen if you don't work on them in practice and rep them quite a bit. A good part of our team practice is spent on goal line offense. Here's a good example of us working on that. And again, you notice the scout teams these are not the full speed scrimmage plays. These are work against scout teams, but it really helps your execution and your ability to compete on Saturday and complete that pass if you worked on it in practice. I hope these practice ideas have helped you, and if we can ever help you at New Mexico State, please feel free to give us a call. Thank you.